Ladies and gentlemen, US and China have a breakthrough meeting, which Donald Trump say as very good and very good reset for everybody. So stock market might just go to the moon on Monday. So what's the implication of this meeting? What exactly happened? What Mr. Lu is going to do? I'll all talk about it today in the video. So please watch to the end to know especially what I'm going to do following this meeting. These are my usual disclaimer, not telling you buy or sell, but more importantly to keep you educated and informed about what's going to happen. And let's go on. So before I start, I just need to say this. I have fired quite a big shot on Friday, and I'll be firing a lot soon and very quickly. And you don't want to miss any of this exciting information. So hit subscribe so that you will get informed of all these exciting developments. So let's go on. So Donald Trump claimed there's a total reset in the US-China trade relations after the tariff talk in Geneva. So the US president praises very good discussion as top US and Chinese official meet over trade war triggered by Trump's tariff bliss. So, he's actually quite happy about all the development in Geneva, Switzerland, right now, we've got US Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent right now meeting a very big Chinese delegate. The Chinese delegate is very big. And by the way, so is the US. If you watch the video, they are in the undisclosed location, and you have got, the vehicles after vehicles after vehicles going in, fetching each delegate. It's a very, very big meeting. It's not a, 2 or 3 person kind of meeting, at least 20 or 30 people from each side. So it's a very substantial meeting. And these are the Chinese delegates. This is just one vehicle. They have like 8 or 10 of these vehicles all coming in. So I don't know who these people are, but Chinese Vice Premier He Lifeng or something like that is actually in the group as well. So Donald Trump has hailed a total reset in US-Chinese trade relation after the first day of talk between top American and Chinese officials in Geneva, aimed at defusing a trade war sparked by his tariff rollout. So he actually said, the meeting as very good and deemed them as a total reset. Okay, and there were constructive and friendly conversation that went on. So he actually said, we want to see for the good of both China and US and opening up of China to American businesses. So he posted on his social media and basically said, great progress made. He did not elaborate what these progress are. So basically, he emphasized again, we discussed many agendas, have reached substantial agreements. Now, you got to take whatever he said with a pinch of salt. We all know that, okay? Don't be too carried away when he said, everything good, bo tai ji liao, that kind of thing, right? All good. I think we got to be a bit more careful of that. But however, the fact that he didn't jump and we don't have people walking out those meetings and so on, I didn't see any Chinese social media official ones saying the meeting was bad. So I think, things probably went on, constructively well. So he has assessed the atmosphere of the meeting as friendly yet constructive. In particular, he used the term complete rerouting negotiation. So he basically aimed to have this. We want to see China open up to US industries for the benefit of both China and United States. So in particular, he actually said this. It's funny, ironical that he's now more or less closing the US market and is harmful for him and also to China as well. But I think there's some development here and all these are good news. Neither side made any statement afterwards about the substance of the discussion or signal any specific progress towards reducing crushing tariffs as meeting at the residence of Switzerland ambassador to the UN concluded at 8 p.m. Okay, 8 p.m. So they started in the morning, discussed 8 hours, 8 p.m. Actually, it's quite xiong, right? So not easy. So, but the fact that they talk for 8 hours means that there is a lot of things that has progressed. So I think that's good. So the meeting is expected to continue on Sunday today, and the Vice Premier He Lifeng met for 8 hours with U.S. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent and Trade Representative Jamieson Geer in a first face-to-face meeting since the two world's largest economy hit tariffs well above 100% on each goods. The Swiss minister, Guy Parmelin, met both parties in Geneva on Friday and said that the fact the talks were taking place was already a success. So if a roadmap can emerge and they decide to continue discussion, that will lower tensions. So he told reporters on Friday saying that talks could continue into Sunday or even Monday. So let me emphasize what the Swiss economic minister said. The fact that talks were taking place was already a success, and that's true. Now, both parties can already talk and now talk for 8 hours. I think it's a great success already. Now, it's meant to have a talk to have more talks. So if already they can start having talks to bring out some meat, I think that's already very good. Now, I also want to say yesterday, as I put up the video, a lot of viewers are really too emotional. Okay. Now, a lot of people hate Donald Trump. I understand. I also don't like him. But their hate for Donald Trump has clouded their investment judgment. Basically carry on that emotional feeling and angst towards him into our investment. So I think that we have to disassociate ourselves from our dislike from him towards what are the market opportunities are there. So I think that there's a lot of market opportunities are there right now if there's de-escalation of a big magnitude. So let me repeat again, where everybody is too emotional about it. Let me say this, okay? This is a unique type of trade war, not the protectionistic type of trade war where trade wars are put up to prevent businesses from overseas from coming in. This is like a war to end all wars. Now, we heard this before, maybe in World War II or something like that, or World War One. But basically, it's a war to end all wars in the sense that I hit you with tariff because you hit me first with tariffs and other protectionistic measure. And I hit you one gao lat one to bring you to a shell shock. Come to the table, let's all talk, bring it down. So I don't like him, but I do think that what he has done is as a negotiation strategy, brilliant. Okay, brilliant. Now he may appear insane, he may appear volatile, he may appear, unpredictable and things like that. But what he's doing is really attempting to open up new markets for US that has never been done before. So while we look at this, let's not get carried away with our emotions, okay? And I think that's very important for us to see that. Now, to show that his style is he's eccentric, unusual, but it yields result. So now US and Ukraine right now has finally signed the natural resource deal. So I think the deal that was signed, it was an example of what happened. He was very emotional, scolded this Zelensky left, right, center. Vice President J.D. Vance also did that. Basically, give him a good one, throw him down the bus and everything, just really treat him very badly. And then finally they met during the Pope's funeral, and then they have a nice discussion. Look at them, right? So very cordial. And then they signed the agreement, right? Out of the agreement, US gained a hell lot, right? I'm not even sure. I kind of feeling it's like daylight robbery, man, right? Or official robbery of Ukraine. Man. Ukraine, no choice, right? Need US weapons and their protection, everything. So Ukraine, no choice but to give in. So he really took advantage of people's weakness, 趁火打劫, people having fire, you rob them. But anyway, that's what he did, right? I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying it's morally a right thing to do, but he basically negotiated a good deal out of it, right, for US. So now stepping back, we just need to see this, okay? A lot of people say, but the problems are still there. Yes, absolutely. But all we need is more de-escalation, right? We just don't want re-escalation. We want de-escalation. As long as from where we are, we continue to de-escalate the tensions, the future will look better than what it already was. So the key thing is this: do we have de-escalation? As long as there are de-escalation, the outcome will be good. What would be a disaster situation? That a negotiation breakdown between China and US, right? The Chinese delegate walk away, or the US delegate walk away, or basically they start scolding each other, coming out with statements that contradict what Trump has said whatsoever. It's basically Chinese say nothing was done. I don't like them. Go to hell. F them or whatever, right? Yeah. So as long as we don't have a breakdown of talks or walk away, as long as talks continue, this would be an upside to the current situation right now. So that is what I call de-escalation. So let me be very clear. The risk ahead still remains. I think there will be still some form of inflation, okay, as there's not enough goods coming to the US. I do think there's a risk of recession or economic slowdown or sectorial recession. Some sectors are going into recession. I think it's already here for some sectors like logistics, trucking or something like that, right? All having no goods to deliver. Of course, they're having recession right now. I think there'll be good shortages in China and lots of goods elsewhere in the world. But our stock market that we are involved now is a forward-looking one. They will, of course, assess the current market, but they also look forward and say that, wow, in future, things going to get better, right? So stock market are likely 6 months to 9 months ahead and things like that. So it's a forward-looking stock market. So I think what we have to do is to radar what's going to happen despite all the risks that is coming. So I will quickly redeploy more of my leverage position that I've liquidated into unleveraged position, because I still think that there is a chance of inflation, and that is very dangerous for my leverage position. But why I'm doing that is basically I want to remain in the market and take on a lesser risk in the meantime. So a lot of people could not understand what on earth am I talking about. Maybe let me just be very clear on this, right? In my total portfolio, there is a sliver of it that is in leverage position, and those are high risk position. They use algorithms, they use machines to deploy. Those positions would run normally quite well, but in a high risk environment, they tend to flounder. So I've cut half of those positions some time back, and I'm sitting in a pile of cash. Now looking at the things that are happening, I think it's going to be pretty, lesser risk than what it previously was. So I think I want to remain in the market. So I deploy those leverage position in. What those leverage position is too complicated to talk about. Okay, so I won't go into it just in case you all misinterpret and get involved in a leverage position. Normally available only to accredited investor, right? Higher stakes are at play. So try not to talk about it. But yes, I'm deploying high risk positions out into low risk position. That's basically what I'm doing. So I'll be doing more live firing videos. What live firing videos means, you interpret yourself, okay? And I'll live stream them. I will not save those videos. You missed it, you miss it. Because the reason is this, right? When I deploy those live firing videos, it is critical and important at that moment. Once you missed it, the train have left the station, save those videos, so no use, right? Plus some other complication. So hit subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss it, right? So I think it's very important, okay, to hit subscribe and turn on notification. So let me repeat unequivocally, categorically clear. The uncertainties, in my opinion, has lowered. De-escalation has started, but the risk remain very high. Mr. Lu can take the risk. You might not. Watch this for your own education. I didn't ask you to follow. Following me can lead you into positions of disaster, but I can take a risk. I don't know whether you are emotionally and financially ready to take those risks or not. So, but I'll still share with you what I'm doing. So thank you for watching, and let's watch on. Most likely, things will happen on a real-time basis. I'll keep you informed in our live stream, so don't miss those live streams. Hit subscribe, and I'll see you in a day or two. Bye-bye. Oh, before I forget, that's a very important thing. Please watch the next part of the video. Happy Mother's Day to all mothers. Guys, always remember this, must stay healthy, eat healthily, and then you can live for 100 years and collect a lot of money from CPF Life, okay? But occasionally you must celebrate also. Happy Mother's Day. So this actually not my fault. Yeah, because today is Mother's Day, so I bought this for B1, okay? Yeah. So of course I偷吃一点 right B? This for you, not for me, right?
Guess who suggested the place?
This is not for me. This is actually for you, no? Yeah. Okay. So today is Mother's Day. So by the way, this is called su bing. It's a bingsu from Korea, and this is one of the best bingsu in Seoul.
You know
Okay.
that strawberry in Korea is really good, right?
Yeah.
So can you imagine the combination, the deadly combination?
Yeah.
This is the best bingsu, that I know of.
In case you don't know, this Korean ice kacang is made from grinding milk ice into this flaky powder. Okay, yeah. Actually, 我不是要吃这个的. I this one I it's for B sake. Yeah.
Mr. Lu, I think you got bad habit. Always looking for someone to blame when it's food indulgence.
哇，死婊子 Happy Mother's Day, B, and Happy Mother's Day to all our mothers in our community. Okay. Right, B. Tell me.
Really very good. This combination is deadly.
So
The best strawberry in the world, I can say that, it's actually from Korea, and this strawberry is really sweet. It's not sour, it's sweet. And then the bingsu is really very nice as well. This is one of the best, if not the best, bingsu we found, okay, so far. Okay, and today is Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day!
So is this a Mother's Day present good enough for you?
Can
Yeah?
Can.
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 How do you feel being a mother of 3 lovely kids?
Very happy to be a mother of 3, and very happy that they have grown up to be responsible, interesting, nice people. Okay, very very blessed to have them.